That was a pretty picture. Hi guys, it's Christina with It Works Global. I wanted to talk to you guys. Today is day 4, and I wanted to speak to you guys about my fears when I joined, or my fears of my business. When I first joined a couple years ago, I had no fear. I am a person that I do not care what you think about me. I had to learn at an early age that what people thought of me did not matter. It's what I think about myself. I had to learn that at a very early age. I moved around a lot. I had, when you move a lot, you have to make new friends and blah, blah, blah. And you have people that talk about you because blah, blah, blah. I didn't care. Like, I had to learn early on that does not matter. That to me as an adult was a major bonus because, I was a young mom. I was, I wasn't married when I had my kids. There's a lot of things. If I listened to what other people thought about me, where would I be now? So I don't care what people think about me. I do in the sense of I want them to, I want to be respectful and I want them to respect me. I want to be loving. I'm not a horrible person. If a girl that I really don't know walks up and says you're ugly, well, okay, thank you. I'm not going to care. Other people's opinions does not, in a harsh way, I'm not going to get butthurt over it. I'm not one, like with what I do, I am not one to, I know what the company does. I know what the company stands for. So I'm not afraid of what people think about that because I know facts. They know what they think in their head. Like, they don't do their homework. So, I'm not afraid of what other people think of the company. Now, my fear, I came into this, I didn't care what people thought about me. I didn't care what people thought about, about my job of choice. When I came in February, when I come back in, or I keep saying when I came back in, I never left, but when I started working it full time, it didn't matter to me what people said because I was on a personal mission. It was my health, and I never said what if it doesn't work. I always said, I didn't even say what if it does. I just did it because it was my health. It was my personal thing, and I was helping other people at the same time. Like, it was, if you want to call it ignorance on fire, you can. I don't really know a name for it. I just did it. I didn't question it. I didn't do anything. My fear, my personal fear, did not set in until after I reached Diamond. I come full force in February. I hit Diamond in April, and that's where my fear set in. What if I'm not a good leader? What if I can't get people to promote? What if I can't, what if my team won't follow me? What if my team doesn't respect me? Am I a good enough leader? Am I doing this or that right to be a better leader? Like, personal development came in like full force. Like, I was reading, some people read, what is it? Tony Robbins said something about 7 books. Oh man, I can't remember what he said. Precious, no. Something about, I don't know. It was a ridiculous amount of books. Well, I was reading, 2 books a month. Just trying to get it when I can, sometimes more. I try to do personal development as much as I could. I hate that word, try. God, I hate that word. I was working on myself to be a better leader and somebody that my team would want to not really follow, but that I would inspire them to want to do better. Not just that they're at, why are you, I didn't understand, I spent $99 to get started with this company. That was my $99. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. I never did the what if I don't succeed. That was never, ever, ever, ever a thought in my mind. I just did it. And ignorance on fire. That would be ignorance on fire. That was my $99. I wasn't going to lose it. I mean, so what? I mean, if I didn't like what I was doing, sell the 4 wraps and boom, I got my money back. I never lost anything. That is, you will never lose anything if you are doing something. You will never lose that. So it was never, it never crossed my mind, what if I don't? Because I knew I would. And a lot of people have that. That's a major fear with them. What if I get started and it's, I don't do anything? Well, if you didn't do anything, you didn't. If you don't do anything, it's because you didn't talk to people. You didn't open your mouth and tell people what you're doing. I have some girls on my team that their best friends have messaged me wanting wraps. If your best friend does not know what you're doing, you are not talking about your business. If you are afraid of what your best friend is going to say, you need to stop that. Like, your friends should be your friends. Your friends, your real friends, will support you. People want you to be successful, but they want you to be successful in their range of space. You're supposed to have a 9-to-5 job. You're supposed to work 40 plus years, and then you're supposed to retire with a pension or Social Security or whatever. Why do you have to wait? Like, I don't get that. I don't know about that. With my fear of leadership came, I would help my girls try to, oh God, I hate that word. I would help my girls chart in for Ruby, and nothing would happen. You want to work as a team. You want to work as, keep in contact with people and help them do things that they need to be doing or want to be achieving. That's the thing. Communication is golden. You cannot do this by yourself. You have to have team support. You have to have some kind of support, because Lord knows you have them negative Nancy's back here in your ear saying, you can't do this, you can't do this. Even if it's your voice in your head telling you, you can't do this, you can't do this. Yes, you can. You can do this. And I have sat here for months now trying to, I've sat here for months working on myself and doing what I can to get my team to want to be more than what they are. And I was told I had to do a lot. I mean, I've done a lot of training. And 2 months ago, I did a training, and I heard Melanie McFarland. And this wasn't even in the training, but I'd done this training call with Tony Robbins' team, and my major flaw is that I try to help people that don't want to be helped. There's that word again. I try to inspire people that don't want to be inspired. Maybe that's a better way. Because I want them to do better. I want them to have more and whatnot. If they don't want it, you can't do it. You cannot do it. And that's the hardest lesson I've had to learn ever. And then I heard Melanie McFarland on, I think it was a call. I don't think it was a Zoom. Oh, maybe it was a Zoom. She says, love on people where they are. That's what you need to do. You cannot change people. You cannot make them work. You cannot make them want it. You just need to love on them where they are. Sorry, guys, I'm getting bit. That was my hardest lesson to learn. And that's where I felt like a bad leader, because nobody's wanting, I wanted more for people than maybe they wanted for themselves, or maybe they wanted it and they just didn't know how to communicate it. Or, they felt like they were bothering me. Number one, do not ever feel like you're bothering your leaders, because if they enrolled you or you are on their team, you have every right in the world to bug them. Every right in the world. There is no leader that's going to tell you that you cannot bug me. Never, because we want you to succeed. We can't do this by ourselves, right? You can't do it by yourself. You cannot do it by yourself. You don't know what you're doing. Don't try to know everything. Don't try to do everything. There's that word again, try. I hate that word. And I keep using it. Okay, I just rambled on. Anyways, fear. Do not let fear come into play on your dreams and your wants and your goals. Fear will ruin everything you try to... Fear will... Hey! No. Fear will ruin everything that you want, need, working for, whatever. It doesn't matter if it's in your business, your marriage, your kids, your goal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Fear will ruin everything. It will take away everything from you. So, working on your fears. Get out of your comfort zone. I am still... I don't think I'll ever... There's always those little voices in your head. And I'm not going to say I won't ever get over it, but I know I'm a constant work in progress. I know that with my team, I have to be a constant work in progress. I don't need to be Miss Debbie Downer, and I sure as heck do not want them little voices in the back of my head telling me I can't do something. Because when you tell me I can't do something, I will come back 10 times stronger than I ever was, and I will do it. It may take me a minute, but by golly, I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm going to do it. I will do it just to prove you wrong. And it works every time. So, it might take me a minute, but it'll work. I'll get it done. I can't even. So, fear. Here's some of my fears, some of the common fears. I hope this did you some good, and I hope I didn't ramble on too much. So, this was day 4. I'll see you on day 5. Thank y'all for joining me. Love ya. Bye.